Hey, it's Dominique. On the phone right now, I have the daughter of the legendary rap pioneer known as Eric Wright, otherwise known as the late, great Eazy E. I have E Wright on the phone right now. How you doing, E?
I'm doing good, and yourself?
I'm doing just fine. I just want to talk to you a little bit because apparently a lot of people don't know this, but you're a musician.
Right.
Following in your father's footsteps. We all like to hear that. And I know that growing up, as you did with a dad like Eazy E, who is globally known, did his success play a part in your decision to make music?
A little bit. I mean, I'm definitely inspired by my father. As you may know, I don't do the same kind of music as my father, but
Right.
as far as being into music, I grew up in the entertainment industry, and I grew up around, other artists and in studios and whatnot, even after my father passed away, being that my mother was in the music business, managing artists and producers herself. So I was always around music, and I also have a musical background on my mother's side. So, music is all around me, and it's in my blood.
Nice. And I just want to make sure everyone knows it wasn't just a decision like, oh, my dad is Eazy E, I'm just going to see if I can be as successful. No, like you said, you have a musical family background, which is good, which is really good.
Yeah, no, I say that all the time to other people. I'm like, you don't, if your parent is famous, you don't have to do exactly what they do, to become famous. Just truly do what you love, and, it'll come on its own. But definitely music really is in my blood. It's not something I did to say, that it's a given, my father's Eazy E. So music, I'm just going to do music, and it's automatically going to happen for me. I genuinely love what I do, and it's a lot of hard work, but it definitely, music is a natural talent for me. It's definitely, I think, what I was born to do.
That's a very humble rebuttal. A lot of people think E.B. Wright is the girl that was on MTV. Now, if you don't...
Oh, my gosh, I know.
Yes, and you know exactly where I'm coming from. In 2007, E.B. Wright was on an episode of...
My Super Sweet 16 on MTV.
My Super Sweet 16. Now, what kind of flack did you catch for that? Because I know that, a lot of people were like, oh, my God, you're on MTV. That's so cool. But, like, people who don't know you, what did they have to say about seeing you on that and just basically thinking that that's the way you are all the time? And people just don't realize that was a lot for TV.
You know what? I got a lot of good responses, and I got a lot of bad responses. A lot of the good ones, a lot of fans of my father's, they didn't even know he had kids, and let alone a daughter. And, they were very interested, just to even see, who I was, what I looked like, what I act like, how I was living. And, it was just really interesting to those kind of people. And then the other people were, it was not so good. They just kind of got into the whole, all the spoiled kids on the show, and not realizing that was the premise of the show. That's
right.
Really what they were looking for. Mm-hmm. The snobby rich kids or whatnot. And, even filming it did get a little stressful, so I'm not going to say that 100% that wasn't me. But, I do know how to play up for TV. That's just natural. But also, I was 15 turning 16 shooting this show. I spent 2.5 months with cameras around me all day. I was, literally planning $100,000 party on my own. That's very stressful. I don't know what other 15-year-olds can even handle that. And then, not expect for people to say, oh, they're coming off snobby or crazy, whatnot. But it was a wonderful experience. I really loved it. I don't regret it at all.
So basically, it was basically for TV, and people do not need to judge you simply by the TV show that was filmed 4 years ago.
I'm completely different. Exactly. When I meet people, I'm like, I'm not even nothing like that girl on TV. Sometimes I tell people, I'm like, don't watch it. You have to watch, because I did another show with MTV called Exile, and that was a really good show where they sent me off to a third world country. I'm like, you need to watch that show. That one was really good, and it shows a little bit more of, my personality, a nicer side and a funnier side, not so much a monster.
Right. Now that we got all that out the way, let's focus a little bit on the more musical end of all this. Now, this is going to be your first album, isn't it?
This is my first album, yeah.
Okay, your debut album. What's the album called?
Right now, I don't even have a name for it.
No?
It could possibly be, I might possibly be going with We Want EB. I've been kind of using that for everything. That's my campaign right now. So yeah, most likely that'll be what it is. But if it changes, I would let you know.
And speaking of We Want EB, that is the name of EB's website. So if you want to have more information, check out her biography, her videos, any news, all regarding EB. Check out WeWantEB.com.
We Want EB, as well as Twitter. It's We Want EB as well.
You know, and I kind of thought that was really, really creative. You know, everyone knows We Want Easy, and you put We Want EB.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool.
Thank you.
So, okay, you have a single that dropped earlier this year. What about an album release date? Have you guys decided on that?
I don't have the release date yet, but it'll be probably next summer.
Okay.
So for the album, but right now, you know, I'm just focusing on. I just put out the first single. What I want to do, I'm doing the video for that. It's actually coming up in 3 weeks. I'm be shooting.
Cool. Can you give us a location on where it's at?
I'm actually shooting it out here in Hollywood, California, and then after that, you know, I'll probably put out another single and whatnot. And then I'm also talking to some labels right now. So I mean, I don't really have a date. You know, the album I'm working on. I don't know when it's coming, but it definitely is.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can understand that. You're still getting situated and all, but basically, what is E Wright's music about? What can people expect when they listen to your music? You know what? My music, it's really young and fun, but it's really me. I write a lot of my music. I also write for others as well. So when you hear my music, you're definitely going to get a piece of me. It's not some records that are just given to me and I'm kind of just singing on them. Like, I definitely put my all into it. I do a lot of vocal production on myself. And, you know, just the writing alone, being able to write your own music, I mean, even like a Taylor Swift, when you're putting yourself, you know, you're writing it, you're putting yourself out there. So people really definitely get to see a piece of you. So my music is real, but it's really young and fun. But then I also have, you know, whatever other girl my age goes through, you know, relationships, breakups, meeting a guy, you know, just all the fun, everything that I'm going through at my age, you'll be able to hear through my music. Right, nice. And, you know, a lot of artists don't have the freedom, the creative freedom to write their own music because they have someone do it for them. So it's kind of cool to be able to have that freedom to do what you want. So
absolutely.
I want to thank E Wright for taking a few moments to speak with us, and we are definitely going to be looking forward to your music video coming out in January 2012, and hopefully your debut album in summer 2012. Thank you so much.
No, thank you so much for calling me. I had a wonderful time talking to you.
La 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 la. You don't understand everything I need. You don't even know what I wanna be. All around rock star in every magazine. That's me. You don't even know my favorite color, and I express this in more ways than words. I always wear silver, stupid, my car is silver. I rebel for just what I wanna do.